days go live where we're going to be talking about toy play. Just while we're waiting for some people to join, remember that we have a Q&A session on a Friday. So even if you put questions in this that I don't answer, we will get round to answering those on Friday. So please do add your questions into the sessions and add your comments. Welcome to those of you that are joining. Okay, so as I say, today's session is going to be on toy play. Now, play is very much about kind of building your relationship, building the dog's confidence. And play comes in many shapes and forms, whether this is food games, whether this is just games with you in person, hide and seek would even be a game. Okay, so play comes in many forms, but today we're going to just talk about toy play. Okay, it'd be interesting to see how Mex is today, because she's very much got into a pattern of having her snuffle mat and then having some high reward food such as chicken from me rather than going into toy play. So we'll see how that goes. Now, I can start toy play with her by either using, say, a word, say my word is game on, and then I will start the toy play, and that's if the toy is already on me. So potentially then, I've got another kind of recall cue. In the house, I tend to do it from the toy box, which you'll see at the back of the room, because then if I've named the toy box, I can begin to use that as a little bit of a way of redirecting, and I have several different boxes with different names and different types of things in the house to be able to use to kind of redirect puppy's attention. Okay, early on in your toy play, remember it's all about the dog kind of building up trust. Okay, so I always like to think of toy play in three elements. First of all, the desire and motivation to play with you. And as I say, that's about us building a relationship, okay, and also about building her confidence with maybe different sounds or different body movements that I'm doing. Then the second element is her ability to kind of retrieve it. And by retrieve, I don't mean I'm going to throw it. I mean, if I let go of the toy, do you want to come back and play with me? And to me, that's about trusting the relationship and her having the understanding that I'm playing with her. The third element, which comes once you've got both of those elements, would be your control element. And this is why I'm really, the main reason I'm doing lots of toy play with my puppies, not only for the reasons I've mentioned, is so that I can use it as a reinforcer for behaviours. So the control element is handy once I get to that stage. So we're going to start some. She seems a bit relaxed now in the corner. And we're going to start it by saying, what's in the toy box? Whoa, what have we got in the toy box? Oh, here it comes. Yay! What have we got? And you'll notice I've brought out two toys. Okay, so at first I just want to tug in. Okay, I'm not putting too much pressure on the toy. Okay, I can get some little movements going. Okay, we can go round us and go round. Yeah, you're a good girl, you're hopping. Okay, you're going to circle. Good baby. And remember the all-important letting her win the toy. Okay, I would like her to come back with the toy. You're going to like, yay, good girl. Okay, so at the minute she's always happy to come back to me and off the toy. She's not so much kind of bringing the toy with her, so I've got to kind of build up a little bit of the desire to keep that toy. Don't hurt yourself, baby. Yee! I like to do body contact in play, just very light body contact. If the dog lets go of the toy via anything I'm doing, okay, then I'd kind of see that as a little bit of a signal that she was unsure about what I was doing. Let's move back a bit, baby. Yay, good girl. Nice. And I also want to build up using my marker word for play. Okay, so what I might do is just hide it, a bit like a squirrel running up the tree, and then it appears, and then it disappears. Where's that squirrel gone? Okay, and when she takes the bite, win. Good. So I said the word win, which is going to be my marker word for when she's got something right and I'm giving her a toy reward. So I like to separate out my marker word, so I separate out the expectation, okay, for the toy. If I've got I'm just going to let her win that when she gives me, oh, that was a clever girl. Okay, and I wouldn't usually leave my puppies in the middle of play, but I want to explain to you what I'm doing there. So if I've got a Labrador that's really, really into food, she's quite foodie as well. If I've used a marker word, say I've used Ace, and I've given them food, okay, and then I go Ace and present a toy, if you've got a Labrador that's really motivated by food, they're going to be a little bit disappointed with the presentation of that toy. So obviously, I'm working on my toy play so that the dog likes play, Okay, later on when I'm using it for a reward, I'm going to use a different marker. Okay, so let's get that toy again. Mummy's going to get that toy. Woo! Yeah. Remember, you're tapping into the kind of predatory sequence as well. Eyeing, stalking, chasing, catching, killing. Okay, obviously with different breeds, they've got different instincts. So you're trying to work out, you know, how they particularly like to play. I know I've got a herding breed, so I know they like eyeing and stalking and chasing. Okay, mine also enjoy the kind of tug and the little bit of killing it side of things. Okay, if I were to let her win this toy and she goes off with it, okay, which she hasn't done there, okay, sometimes I will let them win the toy close to me so I can do a little bit of body contact, so it's not always about me taking the toy. Woo! Okay, and fool them into kind of having a little game and going, whoa, she's so strong, oh, she's got it. Yeah, she's got it, she's a good girl, Mummy's gonna get it, ready, tug tug, woo, yeah, good girl. Okay, like to keep the movement going. Usually I'd be stood up kind of while I do play sat down with my puppies because we can do all sorts of confidence building, maybe getting her to go under the legs and over the legs. Should we go over? Yay, good girl. Can you go under? Yay, clever baby. She's a clever girl. What she got? Whoa, you won it. Yeah, you won it. You're a good girl. If they are going off with a toy and they tend to go away from you, then I can encourage them back in with a second toy. I tend to use two toys that are the same. The other toy will go out of the way then. Okay, so I can just encourage the puppy just until they're kind of building up that relationship and building up the understanding of toy play to kind of bring it back to you. Okay, I want her to kind of bring it back and ask me to play a game. Whoa, that tug. Whoa, is that tug? She's a good baby. Yay, what's she got? Ready? Where's that squirrel? Yay, good girlie. That's clever. Good. Okay, so to look at what I'm going to do actually, and you haven't met my other puppy, Tinks. Okay, so we're going to change over to an older dog just to look at that kind of retrieve because she's not at that stage yet. We're going to look at the retrieve and we're going to look at using it as a reward. So we're going to swap doggies, I think. Ryan there, hey, you ready? So I'm just going to give her a little kissy noise, give her a few treats. Chuck some outside the room. There you go, baby. Okay, yee, and this is Tinks. Okay, so you've not met Tinks before. She's 19 weeks now. Okay, woo, yeah. She is a bit gummy, so she's not biting down on the toy because she's losing her teeth. So I'm being ever so careful during that stage that I'm not going to pull her off. Okay, and when I let go of the toy, woo, we've got that bounce back. Yeah, so we've got that retrieve element in there. Yeah, that's a good girl. You're going to tug it. Whoa, poof, yeah. Good girl. So this is where I will get Mex to eventually, that they can win it and then they want to come back to Mummy. Yay, good girl. And they can win it. Yeah, that's clever. Good. Woo. Yeah, would you go round? Can you go round? Woo, that's clever. Good. And then the control element. Now how I teach the control element is initially I just put my hand under the chin, win. Yay, and then they have the toy back. Okay, once I've taught that, so just a nice gentle way of doing it, hand under the chin, win, yay, clever, that's clever, win, yay. Then I will begin to put my word on it once that's working as a release, so you can see that's working for her. Whoa, Mummy's going to get you, I'm going to get you, whoa, yeah, clever, good, good. Then I'll add my word, so, wee, get it playing, she's not used to me shouting and talking down the camera while I'm playing, so this is a novelty for mine. Okay. Woo! That wasn't the word, was it? That wasn't the word. Ta. Win. Woo! Yeah, she didn't go straight back onto the toy, so that's what I'd be looking for her to do. Come on in. Good girl. Good. Ta. Win. Ooh, yeah, good. So, give her a chance to kind of jump onto that toy herself. If she doesn't, I just give her a little indication. Ready, tap. Win. Ooh, yay, good girl. Good. Then I can build up to start using that toy play, okay, as a reward for behaviour. So, tap, touch, win. Yeah, good girl. That's it. Good. Now, to be fair, the first behaviour I do teach them, which is my default, is to look at me to win that toy back. Okay, so we go tap, win. Yeah, see her giving me that eye contact? Okay, get it. Whoa, around. Around. Good girl. Nice. Tap. Wing. Good. Putting a little bit of duration into that. So what I want for the dog to be able to get the toy back is a little bit of calm, a little bit of concentration, engage that brain. Obviously I've got to watch arousal level and where I'm going with the play. Okay. Whee. Yeah. Tap. Touch. Wing. Nice. Good girlie. Nice one. Just put in simple behaviours that she knows. Okay, to start with, and once I've trained some of the others, you can notice the snuffle mat. Hey, ready? Oh, yay, good girl. Nice. Tap, and down. Wing. Nice. Clever. That was clever. Yee. Yee. Tap. Down. Wing. Yay, good girl. Good. Nice one. To end the session, whoosh. Now, what you might find, obviously mine are very used to that kind of whoosh, what you might find is when you finish toy play, that your puppy's arousal is quite high. Okay, so what we need to be able to do is bring that arousal level down. Okay, and how we can do that is just to go into some food training. Okay, back, yep. Nice. Down. Ooh, right over there, yep. Nice. Good girl. Clever. Get all the crumbs mummy's dropped. Ready? Yep. Okay, remember that cue seeking as well as the default. Yep. Okay, get that brain back engaged. Left. Yep. Good baby. Right. Yep. Good girl. Clever. Yep. Nice. Come find her. Good. Go round. Yep. Nice. Good girl. Clever. Yep. Yep. Back. Yep. Nice. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Nice. And then I can give her that whoosh. Good. And then as we've talked about before, maybe then going into something like the snuffle mat. Okay, just to bring that arousal level down further, I'll just add some food in there because I think Lex has eaten it all. Good, good girl. Okay, so let's just summarise there. So there's three main elements to your toy play. First of all, just building up the desire for the dog to play with you. Okay, and that's about your relationship building. We can use it for kind of confidence building. The second element is the ability to want to bring that toy back, because we've got to let the puppy win the toy to build confidence. Once they've won the toy, you know, many puppies may go off of it. They might not have the trust to bring it back, especially if you've taken things out of their mouth. Remember we talked about this same body language coming in and getting the toy, okay? So they may back off. So if they do back off, just letting go of the toy quite close to you and just going into, what have you got? Oh, he's a clever puppy. Okay, you want them very happy to have things in their mouth around you. Okay, so once we've got that ability to kind of bring it back, which can take quite a while, can take me some time. I think with Tinks, she was 3 or 4 weeks. Probably I'm going to be the same with Mex, a little bit more time there just to want to bring that toy back to play and interact and get that tug game going. And then the last element that I bring in is the control. And you saw me just doing the hand under chin, stop the tuggy game. Immediately they let go. I say my win word, which I've already kind of pre-charged by doing my kind of hiding the squirrel, whipping out the toy, hiding the squirrel to create that desire. And then once I know I've got the desire, as the puppy goes into bite, I just say that win. Okay, a bit like you would when you're saying your marker word and feeding to condition it to start with. Okay, I'm just putting that kind of word onto the bite of the toy. Okay, so once we've got that element of control, obviously you can put your word to it. Once your training cue, so hand under the chin was your training cue, and once that's working and it's 99% reliable, then we can add in our verbal cue. Okay, what I'm looking for at that point is when I've got the toy back is the puppy not to be launching at me trying to grab that, but actually offer me a calm behaviour. I always go for looking at me first. Remember, all good things come through looking at mummy. Okay, so then I will say that WIN word, my marker word that means that the toy is going to be delivered as the reward for that behaviour. So just beginning to get your dog to kind of work for the toy, rather than just play, okay, do a behaviour, win the play back, okay, so you're beginning to use, you've got an alternative reward then, you've got your food and you've got your toy. I always think food is more for thinking, so I'm going to train a lot of my initial behaviours with food. As they're beginning to develop, then I can begin to, if I want a bit more drive into some of these behaviours, I can begin to use that toy, okay? I want my toy play really confident at home, ideally before I'm taking my puppies out on their first walks, and I've also played with them in the garden, so that I'm playing in different environments, okay? Mex is actually, she's, I think, officially allowed out for her first walk today, but we have been out over the weekend to kind of safe kind of areas, tarmac areas where we can do a little bit of play, and that's now transferring to the outside. So all I'm interested in is my puppy getting used to environments. I'm not really moving very far on a walk to start with, you know, playing some games and interacting with them, building up that toy play, okay? So she had her first toy play sessions outdoor at the weekend. And I'm going to use toys where I feel I need that kind of upper level of reward, as long as I've trained it well and I've got a good emotion linked to my toy play, then I would use it in situations like recalls. I have a command run, which is my highest kind of recall, and that's all chase games with mummy, and obviously my colleagues prefer that because I build up a good relationship or a good emotional response to the toys. I'm going to get better success in a toy. I think you're killing the snuffle mat now, darling, okay? Okay. Right, okay, that's all from me on toy play. Hopefully that gives you some hints and tips. And I will see you again tomorrow, where you're going to be joining me in the kitchen, and we're going to be looking at training some kitchen manners. So that's all from me for today. I hope you've enjoyed the session, and I will hopefully see you again tomorrow. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.